attacked by the MFTs after your match against the War Raiders last week. What are your thoughts now that they're aligned with Hall of Famer Haku?
It's like the same thing over and over. We beat the MFTs for these tag titles. Then they jumped us. Then we did what we do best and beat them again. Last week, they did what they do best and jumped us again. I get it. They have Haku now, so now the level of threat is a little different. But what are we supposed to be afraid? No, I got Ron Killings. I'm Damian Priest, former World Heavyweight Champion and current Tag Team Champion. If the MFTs want to get their asses kicked again, or they...
Oh, now you're upset. That's real cute. We've been chasing you down for weeks for a shot at those titles. We will be double champions. It's only a matter of time. But first, the MFT's got a hard lesson coming their way.
So what, we supposed to be scared of y'all?
Yeah, that's what I said.
We ain't scared of no luchadors, the Faces of Fear with me, the Road Warriors, or the Legion of Doom. Hawking Animal either.
Yo, same people.
That's what I said. You know what? I done talked to Nick. We defend our titles against y'all and the MFTs next week on SmackDown.
Wait. We get to drop you and the MFTs and take that gold?
Hey, last week we go title for title, and next week we defend ours, but Nick didn't mention the AAA tag titles.
He didn't mention the AAA tag titles.
How convenient.
You're out here proving me right. Because for 3 years now, I've had people come up to me and tell me, hey, Kevin, listen, you got to give him a second chance. Phil's changed. He's different. He's a new guy. And I never bought it. Not for 1 second, because I know who CM Punk is. And you're out here proving me right by having the arrogance to tell Cody that just say when. You want another title match, say when. When in fact, I am the number one contender to that title. But I'm not surprised that you're looking past me, because you think you're better than me. In fact, you think you're better than everyone. And that is what proves to me that I'm right and that you are still the same arrogant sociopath I've always known you to be.
I'm getting closer because I want you to hear me. Arrogance, let's talk about my arrogance. Some people love it. I call myself the best in the world. It's what got me to the dance. It's why millions around the world chant my name when I show up to arenas. It's why they chanted for me for 10 years while I was gone. I don't know why you're all still out here. I'm a professional. I can handle it. I understand the flip side of the coin. Some people may not like the fact that I call myself the best in the world, but I back it up every single time. In fact, this title that you say you're the number one contender for means that I'm the best in the world.
It's been 10 years since the last time I was world champion. And look, for the last 10 years, I've pictured winning that title back countless times. And it's always great in my head, but I could have never guessed that something would happen to make that moment even better. Because now, I don't just get to win the WWE Championship. I get to humble you and beat your ass for it.
It's good to have impossible dreams. Sometimes I dream so big it scares me, and I can see right now that you're a little bit scared. Should maybe practice a little bit of gratitude, because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be here right now. You'd be working a 9-to-5er that you hate, being a weekend warrior on the indies, calling me, asking me for tickets to a WWE show for you and your kid. You say, I think I'm the best in the world? No, brother, that doesn't work for me. I know I'm the best in the world, and so do they. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. Look at me. You're right. I should be grateful. And I should thank you for the trail that you blazed, the doors you kicked down. That's true. For people like me, that's true. But I should also thank you because you've also shown me what not to do, what not to become, how not to treat people around you. You showed me that somebody's ego can get so inflated, they actually start believing the crap that comes out of their mouth when they call themselves the best in the world. You must be so lonely on that pedestal you put yourself on. Meanwhile, thank you. Because seeing what you've become has made me determined to not let this business turn me into a miserable piece of shit like you.
In 3, 2, 1, clap.
Benoit balls.
I still think Kevin Sullivan did it. I'm Aubrey Edwards. I'm not a wrestler. Tony's quick sniffs of the week.
No, just my dickhead friends causing concussions and shit. All right, never mind.
There's barbecue sauce. So good, half the face don't work.
With Hogan that close up on the fucking camera reminds me of my racist uncle. I know you ain't listening, but you know who you are, you fucking racist.
Uncle Oh my God, for real, don't tell me that's his name. Oh, no way. I was kidding. I swear to God. That was just the first thing that came to my head. That was the first thing.
Welcome to the Top of Wrestling with your hosts ODM and the Professor.
Good Wrestling Day! Welcome on back. It's the Top of Wrestling Podcast. I'm the Professor, and he is ODM. And we are ready like you guys are every week on Wednesday at noon. You know the drill. I need new material. But hey, as you know, we got news, we got results, we got Bring It to the Table. We are reliving the Monday Night Wars 30 years and 7 months later. And our movie of the week just happens to be wrestling related. Look at that. I mean, that's kind of how it all started. Body Slam was the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, I take that back. First movie we really talked about was you with Wayne's World doing Handsome Dan Scream, or whatever it is. But this week's movie, well, an independent type movie that I think flies under the radar, but it has the same feel as Beyond the Mat. It's Card Subject to Change. Easily found on YouTube, so you know it's... Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the co-host, the other guy, ODM.
Hey, yo! Oh my God.
Yeah, people
can't do that anymore. Ninja.
That was actually on this past weekend. I happened, two movies were on this past weekend that were on my Vizio TV home, where you get like all different channels. I think I told you about the Breaking Bad channel. Well, one had movies. First one that was on, A League of Their Own.
Oh, what a great movie. Who's Lou? By the way, I love doing the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God. And we brought all that up at the Wing Challenge. Someone brought up Who's Lou. I think it may have been Wheezy.
Well, no, I think it was because we were talking about movies, and I think Buster or Lil Jon had said something about that being one of his favorite sports movies, I think.
Okay.
I think that's how it came up.
But then after that ended up being Wayne's World 2. And it was the fight scene with the father.
Yeah.
Where he speaks Cantonese with him, and then they get in the fight, the dubbing. Yeah. Oh, good shit. His shirt falls off. Zang. Anyway. All right. Before ODM gets the news started, I just want to say, WWE Radio, it's out there. You can listen to it. We checked it out. You could go and listen to
the SummerSlam from last week. You could go back and listen to that. And they go play by play apparently with that. We did listen to a little bit of it, but they actually describe the moves and what they're doing, which is different because, WWE.
Yeah, it's like having, what's his name? The douchebag Excalibur.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
He loves shouting the names of moves.
Tope Suicida! Clothesline! Pin! But we, like some shows out there, we'll just put it at this. We're not going to beg you to listen to our show. Hey, everybody, please don't forget that we're still here. You don't have to go to WWE Radio. You can listen to us every Saturday. Dude, come on. People are going to listen to us. They're going to listen to us. If they're not going to, I don't think WWE creating a radio station is going to make any of our people go, oh, that's it. I'm done with the top of wrestling. You're not here because of our WWE content. I promise you.
Yep. That's for damn sure. We don't know why you're here, to be quite honestly. We're surprised any people like us that much that they actually really take time out of their day to listen to us fucking banter.
And the downloads are kind of ridiculous when you look at them and be like, why are you listening to us?
Way better than I thought it would be.
Exactly. But,
and some people must be using VPNs because we were getting hits in other countries. And I know some random person from Switzerland ain't listening to us.
Oh my God, I forgot. There was one that came up a couple of weeks ago that messaged you and I. And we were like, the fuck is your name? It was a really weird one.
I think I took a screenshot of that one. That one was just way too good. Maybe not.
It was like a double name.
Oh, no, here
it
is.
Nom Nom.
S.K. Sakib Booze.
Yeah, there it is.
Boo.
Yeah, I was close with Nom Nom.
No, Jesus Christ.
All right, man. What is the news?
I don't know. You fucking tell me. Oh, yeah. So, we've never really focused too much on nepotism in wrestling. I know I brought that up with Jeff Jarrett, that as much of a, you want to call him a nepo baby, he was. Yeah, he got his opportunity to break into the industry, but everything after that, he partnered with his father. It wasn't his father that did that, right? But we're seeing a lot of kids of wrestlers we grew up with hitting the scene now, and we'll actually see some of that when we talk about our movie of the week. But Avery Styles, AJ Styles' kid, got booked in was it a GCW show?
GCW.
It was a GCW show. And one of the vets of GCW, Eric Cannon, called him out saying, he didn't even stay and help us break down the ring. You got to pay your dues in this business. That's what you do. Now, AJ Styles had a weak response, but the more I thought about it, it's actually not that weak. It's very, and let me get to that in a second.
You have it all, right?
Basically, I don't have the tweet or anything.
Okay.
No. But basically, AJ Styles said, he's not signed with GCW. He was paid to make an appearance. And for me,
I read it as he paid to make an appearance. Maybe it was he was paid. It could have been one or the other.
Yeah,
but either way, it was. I mean, look at if you hire Randy Orton to make an appearance, you expecting him to put up the chairs? No, man, he's making his appearance and leaving. He's not a wrestler under your contract making or having to pay dues where your main event scene doesn't have to set up chairs, but the grunts do. I'm on the same page with AJ Styles and you.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's a very old school thing. You got to pay your dues because you hear that about some people. Charles Robinson, the ref, apparently still helps break down after shows and shit. And he's fucking like 130. Yep. But it's real easy as a sour vet that's never made the breakthrough to be like, well, I had to do that. You should have to do it too. Kind of what it sounds like there, you know?
And the problem is you look like a bitch that you called out AJ Styles' son. To be honest with you, I think you just kind of, in my own personal opinion, I know he does backstage shit or whatever, but I think he kind of either shot himself in the foot or blackballed himself from future things with other people because everybody's like, yeah, no one knows who the fuck Eric Cannon is, but everybody knows who the fuck AJ Styles is, and they're going to know who Avery Styles is probably before they know who Eric Cannon is.
Right, and it'd be a different story if he had like a dozen bookings and just came and left and never talked to any of the fucking stalwarts or the vets or anything and just never, you know what I mean? Different story.
Yeah.
He got signed for one appearance, and he didn't help you break down the ring, so you're going to piss and moan about it. All right, fuck off.
So the question I have because GCW was the home that did this. Let me ask you, did you have and expect Brody Lee Jr. to set up chairs when he made his appearance and fought Joey Janela? Tell me, did you make him set up chairs? My money says you didn't, because you're like, well, it's Brody Lee Jr. He doesn't have to. He's making an appearance. But did you make that tweet about that? No, you went after AJ Styles' son instead. Can't go after Brody Lee. He dead.
He did. All right. Well, speaking of dead, there might be a finisher in the WWE that's going to be dead soon. It's the Fatal Flaw, which is Fatal Attraction's finisher.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're on their third injury now. That's the finisher that caused Chelsea Green her orbital bone to break. Sorry to jump ahead, but
that's
there's
fine.
that. And then there was a couple other people.
It's fucked up that happened. And this was her first match as a champion, first appearance as a champion. And they pinned her. Not sure the directive on that. I was a little pissed off with that, to be honest with you. But I did see online, she has a broken orbital bone, but all right, first, Rhea Ripley's out for fucking 6 months, right? We saw that. So they didn't say interim. They said for Chelsea, when she came out on Friday, they said WWE champion. Yep.
Yeah.
I think get a face mask, work through it. Just no face hitting.
Do the Undertaker
work through
thing,
it with promos. Do anything you need to fucking do. But Booker T said it best: don't quit right now. Keep going, so they don't take this title from you.
And make it part of her gimmick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
She's good at that, dude.
Exactly. She can weasel out of it. It'd be fucking fantastic. But yeah, anyways,
I've seen a lot of great things about her. By the way, not to cut you off. Her start, like I said, I was going to anyway. But her start, like I said, she was a crazy maniac bride at All In 2018, where Cody faced Nick Aldis. In all of her gimmicks she was a part of the Stephanie and Brie storyline at one point. She went over to TNA, GCW. This girl has went everywhere and became the WWE champion. Do not just fucking pull the trigger and I get it. Rhea's out. I'd say let Chelsea have as lengthy a title run as you can right now.
You can stretch this where you can do 2 to 3 weeks of her cutting promos saying she's not ready. She needs to heal. And then you can be like, well, you know what? You either gotta, shit or get off the pot, because if you don't, and then you can have her do a match and you have it be very safe and you work the gimmick of, and the gimmick could be she waits as long as she can until she is forced to defend the title again. That could be the gimmick.
Well, that's a heel thing. That's a heel move.
Yeah,
but
still,
she could Eddie Guerrero it. Lie, cheat, steal.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? I am a fighting champion. I'm going to do this. Ref turns their back to take the championship and hand to the ring announcer. And obviously can't really do a dick kick, but she does something quick, gets a steal win. You know what I mean? Like, and the crowd will love it because it's fucking Chelsea Green right now.
Yeah, it's still a heel thing though.
No, but that's an Eddie Guerrero. People love the hitting the chair, throwing it to someone, holding it, and then laying down. Okay. Faces do it all the time. She could do that, is what I'm saying.
I think you're splitting hairs at this point, but that's fine.
Oh.
Anyway, this segment was actually about Fatal Flaw's finisher, not about Chelsea Green. But
I made it about Chelsea Green because I fucking
You made it
love
about Chelsea Green. That's fine.
All right, let's talk about... So, their finisher, though, has injured a lot of people.
Yeah, it's the Nia Jax of finishers. So, Big Papa Pump's son, Brock Rechsteiner, and you may have seen, was signed by the New Orleans Chiefs. Chiefs, the Saints. I don't know where the fuck that came from. Wow. Those chicken nuggets, man, they're heavy duty. I don't know what to say. Anyway... Big Papa Pump's son Brock.
Them good.
He got. I don't even think he was drafted. I think he was signed as a free agent after the draft. He was an undrafted free agent.
All right.
The fucking preseason hasn't even fucking started yet, and this kid has suspended 6 games. And here's the best part about it is every single, and I saw probably like a dozen times on Facebook, people posting shit from the wrestling world and from the sports world. Never once in their graphic did they say why he was suspended.
Thank you. I was like, come on, man. I don't feel like clicking into shit. I don't, because then I end up getting stupid spam shit. And I'm like looking through and my favorite thing is the people that go into the comments and go, Everybody, I read it. You don't need to click the article.
Exactly.
It's this.
Yeah, you people out there, you are the fucking cream of the crop. Thank you very much. You see that
but
a lot.
Everybody
with
held back. Every article held back on saying what the suspension was even for.
So I looked it up. It was fucking the substance abuse policy. Now, I'm assuming it's PEDs, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was just smoking pot or something. So
yeah, Big Papa Pump's son was only smoking weed.
Yeah, right.
While playing NFL football.
While looking like a fucking genetic freak.
Yeah, we're going to see him in WWE in about 2 years.
Well, that's the best thing. It might not even be that long because there's already rumors swirling that WWE is going to scoop him up as soon if he doesn't make it with the Saints.
Look, I hate to say this. I really do, but Brock and Braun. Do you know what I'm saying? Brock and Braun.
They would
Steiner.
change. I guarantee you they'll change his name because it's too close to Brock Lesnar. They'll change his name.
Fair. Brian and Braun.
Brian and Brock, you still got the wrong name.
No, I said Brian and Braun.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well, you can listen back when you edit. Anyway, let's move on to the next piece of news. We haven't really talked about Dark Side of the Ring last week. Last week was the Renegade, which was just a... Here's the thing. It was last week and the one that just happened. No, I'm sorry. Last week and 2 weeks ago was the Tale of Two Dark Sides. There was one that was an hour long that probably could have been a half an hour long. And then there was one that was an hour long that I wish was like an hour and a half to 2 hours long.
And I know which ones are which.
Yeah, exactly. The Renegade one could have been a half hour. Hey, there's this guy. He looked like Fabio. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Looked like Fabio.
And Ultimate Warrior, so let's try to make it. Oh, it didn't work, and he killed himself.
So there's that. And then Ray Trailer, which honestly, man, I never really thought about. It's one of those things where I knew, but I never really thought about the gravity of how close Big Bubba, Ray Trailer, was with Jim Cornette. He was like the unofficial member of the Midnight Express.
Never, ever knew that until this episode myself either. And I was like, really? And, dude, you grew up NWA, WCW. I grew up WWF. And, I mean, you watched it, but I would dabble in WCW every now and then. But Big Boss Man, to me, was my first real favorite big man that could move.
Yeah.
Vader could move, Stan Hansen could move, and they're big, stiff guys. But I grew up Big Boss Man. 1988, 1989, with the cop from Cobb County, Georgia.
Which is where he actually worked as a corrections officer.
Right. He did. And I loved it, man. And, I mean, him and Hogan in a steel cage match, he took a goddamn suplex off the top of the
superplex,
of that cage. Yeah, and he's always loved him.
And here's the thing. Cornette actually mentioned this. Think about this. Hogan actually sold that. Whenever you ever seen Hogan sell like that?
He did stay down
and he gave
the time after that. And he gave the move. You're right. That's where Zeus shows up, by the way, too. So it was one of the most epic nights in history. But no, you're right. Renegade could have been a 30-minute episode, and they could have donated the other 30 to the Ray Trailer. It was good. I like it. And then I see that this week we have Mr. Wonderful, which his story, I had no clue.
Dude, I've seen just the clips that I've seen. There's a bunch of shit I didn't know. I'm like, holy fuck.
The bowling alley. That's
all. The bowling alley. I just saw that one. Yeah. And then
and I go. Wow.
And then his son during COVID, that whole thing, like the boys were not happy with him, but dude, it's his son, dude. I can't wait to fucking see it, dude. This is going to be some captivating shit.
I'll be honest with you. This is crushing the last couple of seasons of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
My favorite part, by the way, I never mentioned this, but someone else brought it up online, and it's really funny. I saw it, and it reminded me to bring this up. In TNA, Jeff Jarrett, he goes, and I look down and I'm like, man, I got a beer gut. That's not me. I shouldn't do that.
I switched to vodka right then.
It reminded me of Uncle Buck. Hey, I quit smoking. Yeah, I'm on the cigars now. Next, I'll do the nicotine patch, or the chew, then the nicotine patch.
Outstanding.
It was so good. So that's when I decided I was switching to vodka. Fucking good for you, Jeff Jarrett.
Even more my hero now.
That's funny. So, have you seen the shit with Ric Flair and his ex-wife Wendy?
I saw like the initial headlines, and then I saw him post. Like, oh, so they're back together. He's like, nah, we're not back together. We're just hanging out.
So he had two different posts, a first and a second, and I'm going to go in order here. The first one, he drops on X. I told you. It was only by the way, this dude capitalizes every letter of the beginning of every word. Have you seen that with him?
As he's like
every
Donald Trump.
word begins with capitalization. Oh my God. And I'm not even grammar police, but fuck if it doesn't bother the shit out of me. I told you. It was only a matter of time until you came running back. At least I know I am in good hands because you have always taken the best care of me out of anyone in the whole world. She finally figured out there is only one Ric Flair and one James Bond, and currently Ric Flair is available for any kind of action. Let's see if Wendy still has it. LFG. Yo, I can't imagine like going on social media after a damn near divorce or whatever with my wife and being like, I told this bitch she'd be back. It's the only dick in the world.
I said, bitch.
I said, bitch. I love when they're in the tree. They go to space. But then he had to clarify something else. He goes, Wendy and I are not renewing a relationship. We are renewing a 34-year friendship. She has her own residence and I have mine. She's coming to Tampa primarily to take care of her parents, who are both in their 80s and not good health. Bro, she's married her parents. Wendy will continue to do what she does best. Travel the world and help people who are struggling in other countries. I'll resume what I do and love most, which is attending public events and signing autographs at meet and greets. Yeah, because you get paid, you dickhead. Please don't turn something positive into something negative. If that's all you have to do, find something better.
Says the one that just sent a tweet about fucking, let's see if she's still got it.
Yo, card subject to change, right? I mean,
episode name. Let's see if she still got it. Oh shit.
So, I do got to bring up the G1 standings in New Japan. In Block A, Konosuke Takeshita is in the lead with 12 points. The next three nearest people are at 10, and it's Yota Tsuji, Bolden Oleg, and Ryoli Iowa. Shingo Takagi is at 8 points. Everybody else is eliminated in this block already. Takeshita may be going back-to-back with these with the G1. I'm just saying. In Block B, Yuya Uemura, Callum Newman, who is the former IWGP champion, Drilla Maloney, who I've praised, Gabe Kidd, and Ren Narita are all tied in first place at 10 points.
Wow. I like it. I like the difference there. Yeah, that's cool.
It's coming down to something a little bit different this year. I'm actually excited seeing how they're doing this whole thing. Man, I watched every G1 match back when it was Omega, Tetsuya Naito, all those guys, man. Like, it was fun, but the G1 is exhausting to watch every one of those matches.
Oh, 100% it is. Yeah, you kind of got to try to focus in. And then, if you're lucky enough, you can go back and watch one if you're like, I don't care, and then you find out it was a banger, So.
Oh, totally. So this one came up today that, first, let me go backwards. I sent you this, and it made me laugh a lot. Obafemi at a live show in the ring doing his pose. Lights go down where the spotlight's on him. He's doing his pose. Danhausen slides under his legs, looks up at him, figures out, okay, that's what I need to do, and does the pose with Obafemi.
For his gimmick at a house show, that's one of the best things you could possibly do to make the fans happy.
I laughed. I thought it was great. But this is what I was going to say. The biggest thing that made me laugh today is The Rock has stated that he is excited to start a music career. Oh, Nelly. Hang on. I've seen you sing. I think you could sing and you're okay, but I don't need an album of you.
I want him to cover I'm Your Man by Riley Piper.
Or at least
Be a Man.
With My Baby Tonight.
No, don't desecrate the classics.
Don't desecrate the... I appreciate you saying
if
that.
If you're going down to Cobb County, Georgia...
I still like my remake of With My Baby Tonight.
Oh, I love it. I've popped it in when you're as a bumper when you're not around.
Yeah. You pop a lot of things in when I'm not around. Boom! Oh! So this Saturday, I am going to be in Watertown at the Municipal Arena.
Bingo Hall.
Pretty much. But it is 2CW this Saturday night. Now, I told you before, went and seen the final show for 2CW. It's where I met Michael Elgin, the Young Bucks. Got to see Eddie Edwards, Dalton Castle, AJ Styles, Kenny Omega. I mean, it was a fucking packed card. It was the shit. This Saturday, not as big a card, but they were also having, it was a farewell that night, so they brought all the guns out. This Saturday night, you can meet Kurt Angle. For $50, you can get a picture with him. I'm good. I'll get one from afar. I'll get a picture of him getting a picture with someone else and just be like, close enough.
Take a selfie, see if anybody, while you're in line, see if anybody says anything.
Just going to walk by him and go, oh, excuse me, sir. Ha! Oh, shh! Wrestling, though, I'm excited. And in each one of the people I'm about to name, they're facing 2CW locals, right? We got Dalton Castle, Cedric Alexander, Matt Taven. Fucking excited to see Matt Taven, to be honest with you. Eddie Edwards and Mercedes Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about this. Look at, I mean, I don't follow 2CW as much or whatever, but a lot of big people coming around. I found a third row seat aisle, and I was like, oh yeah, someone's fighting near me somewhere. I got this.
So you spent $10?
You're a fucking dick. Believe it or not, it was more than that, okay? I'm not going to say over the air what I paid. Because, anyway. Contract news, Tommy End is officially a free agent. And bald.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, if you don't know who Tommy End is, by the way, we're talking Aleister Black, Malachi Black. He just needs to do anything. Go to New Japan. You're not going to be welcome back in AEW.
That's what I
said. He needs to, I think, go there. I really think, especially with his kicks, I think go to New Japan.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. This one makes me giggle. Uncle Dave's Claims of the Week. So, all right. Much like when CM Punk came back, works with Seth Rollins. Oh my God, he hates him. They don't get along. They don't like each other. Drew McIntyre goes on saying, I'm not lying. I don't fucking like Punk. They have one of the greatest trilogies WWE has had in a decade, maybe more. And outside of NXT. But now he's feuding with Kevin Owens. And everyone's like, oh, they got a big feud. They have so many issues with each other. One issue that I watched, it was a video. I don't think it was a ring shoot video or whatever those are called. I can't remember what it is, but Kevin Steen, at the time, Kevin Owens, was doing an interview, and he's like, everybody thinks that Punk and I have a lot of animosity with each other. Owens likes to wear a shirt while wrestling. Punk apparently had issue with it and was like, that's really weird. You have to wear that. And so he went without it. for a match. And he was blown up afterwards, after the match, and he's sitting backstage in the locker room. Punk's there in ROH. And while blown up, sarcastically having fun goes, I hope you're happy. Meaning, like, I hope you're happy. Like, I didn't wear my shirt, now I'm all blown up, blah, blah, blah. And Punk took it as a sign of disrespect. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then they talked it out like a day later. There was no issue. Everything was fucking fine. Now, Dickhead Dave says a lot of this stems from after Punk and Cabana in 2014 did the podcast, the whole 2-hour thing of Punk, everything unloading about WWE. Punk said he was going to step away from being friends with anybody in WWE, just completely remove himself. So he didn't talk to Kofi Kingston, a very best friend. He didn't talk with a lot of people for many years. Seth Rollins, again, he brought that up. He said he was upset about that. That's something that really pissed him off about in real life. He's like, we were supposed to be really tight, and all of a sudden you're not talking to me anymore. Again, he had to do it for personal reasons. Dave says he told Cabana, you're going to do the same thing. Don't talk to anybody. And they agreed upon it. And then while Zayn and Owens, while in developmental, were traveling through into Chicago, they went out to pizza with Colt Cabana. And Punk got pissed off at all of it. And that's why he was done talking to Kevin Owens. And then that is what one of the big cause of reasons was for Brawl Out. That's Dave's reasoning. Go back to the interview. The Brawl Out interview. Right before it, he said, people thinking I'm trying to get someone fired when I wasn't, blah, blah, blah. He didn't say anything about a pizza place with Zayn and Owens or any of that shit. Meltzer spun this whole goddamn thing because he's that much of a TK dick sucker. That's the truth.
Hey, he's like it's some high school gossip bullshit, man.
100%. It killed me when I read all this, and I was like, this is fucking great. Now, meanwhile, a week ago or 2 weeks ago was Redemption, non-redemption, and there wasn't one match on the card that was below 4.5, or I think 4.25. The only match is above 4 for 2 nights of SummerSlam. And it's funny because I with Wheezy last week, but he gave EO and Liv 4.5. That's funny. And he gave CM Punk and Cody 4.25, which I argued with Wheezy about was a better match. I still think it's a better match, but this is Dave Meltzer. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't like Punk. But he has to, go credit where credit's due, or else he's going to keep getting called out for his bullshit. But don't worry, Will Ospreay has a 74th 5+.
Oh, yeah.
Penta
coming.
and Gable got 4.5. The only thing that I would give it a reason to not get 5 is the fucking mug root beer bullshit in the end. I'll at least give him that. And he gave Roman and Seth 4.75.
I mean,
think
you're
Punk
in the
and Cody
ballpark.
was better than Roman and Seth.
Yes.
Roman and Seth to me was at least make them both tied 4.5 or something. Roman and Seth, the only thing that was good, and this is probably what it was. God damn it, they were doing John Moxley, Dean Ambrose
stuff.
callbacks, and Meltzer's like, it's Moxley.
Started doing the shoulder thing.
He's already getting ready for All In, man. With
offices
Omega
lined with fucking sheets and vinyl sheets and shit. Yeah, no, he's ready to go. Hose that fucker down when he's done.
Speaking of people touching their dicks, on AEW Dynamite, apparently it was a night for dicks. Will Ospreay had a match against Mark Davis. Grabs him in the dick on the top rope or on the ring apron just to... You're smiling way too much. Are you doing something with this photo over here? Oh, you dickhead.
Kayfabe, pal. Come on.
And then Tommaso Ciampa grabs a fan's, quote unquote, it's definitely a plan, but grabs a fan's phone, goes up on the apron, takes a dick pic, hands the phone back. I mean, I've done that at gigs too. Usually no response too. I always put my phone number on it.
I've never seen a guy give his phone to somebody on stage before.
Yo, I hate you so much right now. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
MJF returned and beat the shit out of Andrade, and he returned with the Triple B and said, "I'm the only real world champion," which is great because it's the CM Punk with his title thing, which is even funnier. But he makes himself the second entrant in the Casino Gauntlet, and he said, "It should be me that's in the main event of All In." The Casino Gauntlet's happening at All In. I am calling it right now. This dude's calling his shot at All In. It's going to be a triple threat match. MJF, rightfully so, should be in this goddamn match, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
I know that we're trying to do Omega and Ospreay because we want to have another 17-star banger.
Yeah.
Storyline-wise, MJF should be in there.
Fair enough.
So I'm calling it. He is going to win this gauntlet and fucking call his shot that night.
All right, that's cool. Can before we talk to the next thing, can you look at your notes there and were you ordering Chinese when you typed this, or what was going on? The conglomeration.
Conglomeration. The conglomeration. Whatever, close enough. Drop
Not
trios.
That there's anything
to
wrong
demand.
with that.
1 week later, good bag ugly. Pretty much that's what it was, but yes. No. So the conglomeration won these titles only a couple of weeks back. And then the Demand, which is Ricochet's crew with Gates of Agony, win the titles. And then 1 week later, they drop them to the good, the bad, and the ugly, which is Hangnail Page and Brody King and Bandito.
Listen, this is what's happening here. It's a mix of the New Japan thing where everybody's in a stable and the TV title from WCW where that fucker can just change hands weekly and it doesn't fucking matter. That's what this is.
I hate it.
It's a conglomeration.
Two takeaways from SmackDown on Friday. 3, actually. Kevin Owens, CM Punk. The promo, the face-off.
Yeah.
I don't really need to say much. I mean, it was just, it writes itself. Mm-hmm. I've never been as excited for a feud as I have been for this one right here. 2
professionals that can go on the mic and go in the ring. I can't wait.
Yeah. You can't, 100%. It's make a trilogy out of it. I stretch this bitch all the way into the end of this year until Royal Rumble. You can very easily do that.
Mm-hmm.
Shinsuke Nakamura talking to the Tongas and Haku and says, "I have a partner." Now, you, me, and Lil Jon were all talking on the side. Could it be... we thought possibly Baylor, right? Baylor does have at least a little bit of history with Tama Tonga.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
From there, if we're talking Japanese people, Hiromu Takahashi has been rumored to be signing with WWE soon, but I think they're going to put him in NXT first. His size, he's a cruiserweight.
Right.
The other one is Naraku, the former Evil, and who's been in NXT for 6 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right?
If you go that route, it's going to fall flat. The whole feud is going to fall flat. I think, personally, Nakamura Baylor.
Yeah, that would be probably your best bet. If you
have a New Japan match.
Yeah, if you want a name that people are going to be like, oh, shit, it's him. Sure. Yep. But it doesn't make sense because Balor was with Tama Tonga and the Bullet Club, not in, what were they in, what was Shinsuke's faction?
Chaos.
Chaos.
But here's the issue. For AJ, or not, Jesus Christ, not AJ, I'm sorry. For Finn, I think a week or two ago, he already had a face-off with Tama Tonga. They got face-to-face backstage. So the seed has kind of already been planted a little bit,
right.
I feel like.
Well, then there you go. I'm with you. Yeah, Finn Balor. Again, it's kind of ass-backwards logic, but if you want to pop people and be like, oh, shit, that's the way to go. There's a
well,
connection
look
there.
at. I mean, we thought it was going to be Baylor defeating Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, and then all of a sudden 2 more entrants came in and you got KO. So that's a lot of shit that's gone on. So if we're going to do something, we'll at least get him in a good role.
Yeah.
And I'd say it'd be cool for him to tag with Nakamura and then maybe turn on him and then create a Bullet Club. But the problem is Finn is just officially becoming face again.
Right.
And
yeah, you can't fuck around with that.
Don't mess with it. Not right now. Don't also let Jade Cargill wrestle anymore.
The experiment's over.
In a 45-second span.
Between her balls, her wig, and her wrestling, get her the
and
fuck
Adam's
out
apple.
Here.
Who was she fucking wrestling? Was that Charlotte?
Was Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah. 3 botches in a 45-second period. And I mean, like, real bad.
Bad. Was Aubrey there?
No, but I sent you a picture of her that she put up on Instagram where she's all sweaty and gross backstage.
That's one sweaty horse.
I say nay.
Another good episode name.
One sweaty horse. She apparently did a marathon match. I think like someone
73 minutes
in the Indies. Yeah. So, but she shows a picture of her sweating. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
You.
What? I'm sorry. Would you have to go up and down a couple of times and slap your hands?
Click, 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 click,
Nay
click,
around the
click,
ring.
click.
Did you get the carrot that was in front of you? That's the question. All right, enough horsing around. Monday Night Raw. Jey Uso promises to deliver Solo Sikoa to Roman Reigns. They are arguing with each other as Solo is up on the up in the rafters again with the fans. And I can't remember. He's like, and Jey Uso said something like, and I'm going to drop a shot on you, whatever it was. And Solo Sikoa goes down on his knees and goes, I'm okay. Everybody, you okay? Everybody okay behind me? You good? You good? Okay. All right. And stands back up.
Pew.
Okay. So the funny thing with him is that, so now, all right, at the end of Raw, Jey Uso defeats Solo Sikoa, so it makes Solo technically have to go back to Bloodline. And everyone's like, great, you just killed the babyface version of Solo Sikoa. No, you didn't. He is going to continue to do his shit.
Yeah.
In the Bloodline. It's Sami Zayn. That's all it is. It's Sami Zayn in the Bloodline. Or
he just won't go in the Bloodline. He'll go in there and just fucking beat the shit out of everybody and be like, fuck you guys, I'm not joining.
But keep him doing what he's doing. I swear 100%. To God, when he ducked down and looked at the fans and goes, y'all all right? Everybody okay? All right. I go, holy shit, this guy's a natural. And I watched a video where they were asking, I forgot who it was. It was SummerSlam weekend. This interviewer was asking all the wrestlers who's the funniest person backstage, just backstage. 5 different people brought up Solo Sikoa. A couple people said Bailey, things like that. But everybody's like, nah, Solo. Solo's fucking funny. He's showing it on TV. I think he's great. Penta is going to be moving on in the number 1 contenders tournament. Oh, we didn't mention that, but Roman Reigns in Mexico City in a couple of weeks on Raw. Roman will be defending the title against a luchador from AAA and Penta, because he's never even been on AAA, if I'm not mistaken yet. He did once and then. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he is moving on in the tournament. I don't get why Dragon Lee defeated Dominic Mysterio. That bothers me so much. A Dominic Roman match in Mexico where Dom is over as fuck. It's criminal whatever you're doing right here now moving forward. I just don't give a shit.
I know. It don't make no sense.
Liv, Becky, and Stephanie Vaquer have another segment again. Bitches be yelling. Sol Ruca and Io Sky defeated Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Man, did you see Raquel change her Intercontinental title back? Last week it had barbed wire.
Barbed wire.
Yeah, now it's back to regular. I liked it. I kind of do like custom titles. I liked that Trick had the fur on his.
Mm-hmm. There's the one that he had for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But it's kind of like when Daniel Bryan did the
wooden one. That one was dope. The hemp
one.
one.
Vegan type belt or hemp. Yeah. I loved that one. AEW does it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like they have an all black title for Leo Rush right now. The TNT title they've made different for people.
Triple B.
The Triple B. So I actually like changes. The first person I ever saw do it was Ultimate Warrior. Because everybody had the Winged Eagle title. He did yellow, pink, he blue. He did a bunch of different ones. But before that, everybody in the Winged Eagle only had black strap. And then he was the one that brought on different colors. And I was like, huh. That's interesting.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, for real. And then he did. I think he also did it with the Intercontinental title, too.
He did. That's what I was referring to when I said the yellow. But yes, he did do it.
That was yellow because at WrestleMania, that's what color it was when he came in.
Yep.
All right. Look at you bringing good things to the table. Man.
It was before 96, too.
Transition to the table.
Just bring it, bitch!
Oh my God!
I'm pissed off.
What else is new?
Man. Not much, to be honest with you. So anyway. So, at the end of August, I was set to play for the first time a full show in about 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been getting myself in gig shape. By gig shape, I'm getting my fingers ready, the voice ready to take on multiple hours of singing.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing a lot of practicing. It's friends of ours that always have parties, and when I'm home, like if I wasn't in the RV, or if we were home in the RV for the summer or something like that, they would always have a party, and they're like, well, Mark's here, he's going to play. And it was fun, get paid well, have a good time. I may have even told you the one story about the one night we all drank so much that I left my bag that carries my chicken nuggets in it. And our friend, his grandmother found it and was really, really pissed off. Who was smoking drugs at the party?
Everybody.
So, I just found out after this past Sunday, I did the entire first half. Now, I in the podcast room, it's the office, and it's also the music room. It's a Renaissance room. There is no air conditioner and no fan in this motherfucker.
Right.
So you can easily lose some weight playing 90 minutes straight of music. Had a bandana going on my head as well as one that was a rag just to wipe after every song. I was dying. Crush a first half, go 90 straight minutes practicing. I'm like, all right, that was good. It was good. To find out 2 hours later, party's canceled. And I was like, I just got myself excited enough to actually do this. I haven't played in 3.5 years. I mean, one of my last, it wasn't one of the last shows, but it was one of my last straws was the fucking Pulaski bar.
Right.
That bullshit that went down
the
3 years
Petito.
ago. Thank you. So it put a bad taste in my mouth. Just I didn't feel like dealing with bar owners, that. A party, fucking easy way to get back into this.
Sure.
And feel good and get one off. And man, the party's canceled. And I'm so pissed off right now. And I got a set list. Both sides, both set 1 and 2 are in order. It's like 8 songs acoustic. Then there's a line telling me that I need to switch over to the electric, and I got like 6 songs, then back to the acoustic. I mean, I made this a fucking masterpiece of a set list of good shit that my history, my good shit that I always pull out. I was like, we're just bringing out the greatest hits, baby, and we're gonna fucking crush this. And they canceled the goddamn party. It was for reasons. I mean, they've had a bad year. Family wise, has had some health issues and shit like that. So they're like, let's just not do it. We're just gonna do a low key thing. You guys are more than welcome. You could bring the guitar. Yeah, but I'm not getting paid anymore.
So yeah, exactly. I was about to say, you feel free to still sing for us for free, though.
Sorry, we're not going to be catering, but if you still want to bring a couple burgers over, I'd love that. So, yeah, man, a little bummed, but it at least did put a little foot into my ass where maybe I am going to look into some bars around the area, maybe see. But again, man, it's just, I had a great system in Rochester. I had like 10 to 15 bar owners that I could just hit up at any time, and I was ready to roll between there all the way to Orleans County and Monroe. And now where I'm at here, I know nobody. I'm like, oh, I got to start fresh. I got to convince. I got to prove. I could do this. I can get this many people here. I could do. It's like, fuck. I'm too old for this shit, man. I now understand what Danny Glover was talking about. So, yeah, man. So, no show.
That's a bummer, man. That's a bummer.
Had some good shit, too, man. Good set list. Good set
list. I just heard, well, obviously I heard it when you played that video, but I think I had Pandora on or XM or something on, and I'd Love to Change the World came on. Which
jam. I love that we talked about that at the wing challenge because, dude, that was one of my favorite things. The way you hop up and beat the fuck out of my.
That was one of my favorite things.
And then the Mexican hooker tried to take it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this, bitch. What you gonna do with it? Start a fire?
Fuck you are. What are you doing with a guitar neck?
Right.
It was just the neck that you had.
You I mean,
granted, you could stab someone.
You gotta pay extra for that shit.
I'm actually curious what your table is because this is, I mean, we write things sometimes very vague, so neither of us know what our bringing to the table is. This one here, I'm like, is it about me?
Well, everything's always about you, Professor.
It only took 6 seasons and 105 fucking shows.
It's the only reason we're doing this show. No. So it's actually, you're going to enjoy it. I immediately thought of you, but it's not what you think it is. So right now, my son and his girlfriend are the one that was at the Wing Challenge for most of it, not the one that disappeared.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend are cooking dinner for us right now.
Which I got to say made me laugh. But like he did that wing, and we're like, all right, go to your girlfriend's house. Go shit over there.
Yeah, go blow up their bathroom.
Wait, question. Did Vinny ever try the dragon tail or whatever it was, or the gator death roll?
I don't know. Yes. I think he did. Maybe not. But
because we made him do the bomb, and we didn't realize that the gator death roll was worse.
I think the only way you could truly compare those is you have to do the same amount. Right, because the thing is, we did a full wing, and that full wing that was fucked up. The dab, we did decent sized dab. It wasn't that bad, so I feel like it's hard to compare. But either way, both of those fucking things are hot as balls.
Until editing, I forgot about that. I did a very very baby dab, and you guys are like, "Fuck you!" Like, I'm kidding. Hang on, dude. It was like the size of a baby pimple. Like, you guys are like, we'll kill you.
Yeah, no, you're putting more on that shit. But anyway.
All right, so they're making dinner. All right. And now what, 17-ish, right?
But yes.
Both?
Yes, 17.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Wasn't doing that for my folks.
So neither was I. So we're
doing hand stuff.
We were doing a fire the other night, and they came out and they were playing this game they've been playing. And it's called Jokes on Who. And basically what you do is you get a card, and there's like 5 statements, jokes, puns, references to try to tell you who it is. And you read the first one, and then you get a few seconds to try to guess, and you write it down, and you note which number it was, and that determines the amount of points you get. But it's like historical figures, pop culture icons, and stuff like that. The thing was, sitting around the fire, I had a couple, 2, 3, 4, 8 drinks, and it took me like 20 minutes of like just blurting out names, not realizing that they hadn't guessed yet, so I was just ruining every round.
He's going on a cruise.
He's on a Caribbean cruise.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schmartled Porzenegger. No rhyming.
Oh, dude. So I'm curious. Do you have a round of this game you could do to bring up a card?
I have 2.
Good. All right. Thank you. I was curious.
The first one was one that I blurted out before they had a chance to write anything down because I knew it and I was excited. The second one I'm going to read is the one that Vinny won the game on. And I actually restrained myself after I knew it. I go, I got it. And I left it at that, and he figured it out, and he was all excited. So this is the first one.
Fuck
All right,
you,
so,
man. You gotta let kids get their losses in, man.
I wasn't playing. We weren't actually playing. We were just watching them play.
You were just
which was even
from
worse.
Afar.
Exactly.
I thought you were playing. That is
Not
even
from
worse.
afar. I mean, they were sitting right next to us.
I thought you were playing the game. No,
nah, man.
Asshole.
I was playing the game, but I wasn't really playing the game. I was just yelling out names.
Sorry, Dad's drunk again.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you get used to it after a while.
Oh, shit. All right, I'm ready.
All right, so here's the first one, all right? I'll read you the first thing. They asked me to be in a reboot of Taxi. Of course, now it'll be called Uber.
And I have to guess who the person is that would say this?
Yep, or you could just pass and just wait for the next clue.
Danny DeVito.
You fucking nailed it.
Nice.
I got it on
one of the only ones that's still alive. That's why.
I got it on the second one. There's
What'd
nothing
you say,
wrong. Shut up and let me read it. The second one is
these are two birds for you, Rizzo. One of these is going right up your narrow Mexican ass.
There's nothing wrong with sharing a bed with another grown man until someone poops in it.
Oh my God, is that Danny DeVito too? Or no?
No, that's the second. That's the second statement for Danny DeVito. That's the one I got it on.
So all these things are something that Danny DeVito has said, and I get it on the first
No, it's not
one.
that he said. It's a reference to him. That's why it's called the Joke's on Who. Because the joke is they'd ask me to be in a reboot of Taxi, but they called Uber. Ha ha ha, funny, right? But it's about him.
Right.
But the second one was nothing wrong with sharing a bed with a grown man until someone poops in it. I'm like, well, that's fucking easy right there.
Right, yep.
So got that one. All right, so here's the next one. I sport the same colors as Ronald McDonald, but I ain't no clown.
Same color. I don't know. Hulk Hogan.
Nailed it.
Are you shitting me?
No.
I guessed it. That was just like
apparently being somewhat sober is helpful because I got it on the same. Because I got it on the.
You said somewhat. You said somewhat.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Buzzes strike differently on an airplane. The second question, the second statement is the one that I got it on. I must have expensive taste because every shirt I get is a ripoff.
Oh, nice.
That's what I got.
Third one is I don't want my daughter to date black people.
That's actually the fourth one. So anyway, that was fun.
That's a good game. I gotta find that.
Jokes on Who? It's in there. There's your reference. You can always look back.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That sounds fun. Honestly, my wife and I, man, it's ridiculous.
It's better than flipping a hammer and trying to smack a nail into a tree stump.
Oh, you were there for
fucking
that part,
hillbilly.
Right? That was fun in the garage, right? You were for that one?
Yeah, I mean, I lost. I thought at least 4 fingers were going to be lost, and it was only 2.
Hang on. It's a good game. And I'm going to explain to everybody real quick. The problem was having...
I literally just did.
The problem was having
drinking?
Certain people who drink... No, hang on. It's a drinking game. But certain people who are drinking and also have no control of their functional skills. My guitarist, Dan, thought swinging the hammer sideways like he was going to just smack someone with it was the better idea. But the game is there's a stump. Everybody hammers their nail in just a little bit. And what you do is you pass the hammer around, you're drinking as you're doing this. Certain rules require you to drink. If you hit the nail and it sparks, everybody drinks, right? But you pass the hammer around, you flip the hammer once. Try to get it in full rotation. You try to get it in full rotation, but however you catch that hammer, you have to hit your nail. If your nail is driven all the way in... Oh, I'm sorry, not your nail. Anybody's nail, but yours. If your nail is driven all the way into the wood, game's over for you. You're out. So you want to be the last nail standing. So if I catch the hammer, I want to take out your nail, or I want to take out Weezy's.
Oh, so you don't have to hit your nail.
You don't hit your own nail. You hit everybody else's nail. And if I hit your nail, you drink as well. It's a fun fucking game, man, to be honest with you.
This game's a lot worse than I remember.
We'll all play it next time we get together. It sounds like a hootenanny to me. All right. Well, if we're going to go back in time and talk about that, we might as well go back all the way to 1996. DeLorean time. Where Marty fucks his mom.
Monday Night Wars! Marty, you've got to come back with me.
Where?
Back to the future.
Wait a minute, Doc. What are you talking about? What happens to us in the future? What, do we become assholes or something?
Give me a hell yeah!
You want a war? You're gonna get it.
Mick Foley is going to win their world title.
Has been paid for by the New World Order. Come on, Vince. Step into the ring.
My God, the battle lines have been drawn.
Generation X invades WCW tonight.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Have a nice day.
We got you work for ya.
Good Monday Night Wars. I just wanted to fuck with you and make you think that I was starting the whole show over. All right, man. I'm excited about this week's Wars. We're building in towards the Royal Rumble. I got to be honest, for a long time, 1996 Royal Rumble was probably one of my favorite Rumbles in quite some time. So I'm glad we're seeing the buildup of this. I actually enjoyed watching this part of the war so far. So ODM, as DX will eventually say in about, I don't know, a year and a half, break it down.
Sure.
And suck it.
And suck it. That's what I was expecting. January 15th, 1996, Raw. It's the go-home show for the Rumble. And it opens with the same Martin Luther King package they run for like the next couple of years on Martin Luther King Day.
I have a dream. Sorry, that's, yeah.
Don't fuck around with Martin Luther the King.
Martin Luther the King?
We also get a disclaimer right after that saying the following program contains action of a graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Considering the source of the video that I watched for this episode, I can say with most certainty there was really nothing you needed to put that fucking graphic up for. But way to tease it.
Right after we talk about a guy who was assassinated, heads up. Something as fucked up could happen tonight. Stay tuned.
Brian Pillman will be here in a couple of years. And
less than a year, man.
I know.
He's gonna be there.
Right. We need to quibble. The first thing that we
I'm sorry. It's a professor thing. You know what I mean? I got to educate my minions. Oh, man. Remember I told you I wasn't going to talk
2 seconds?
this half?
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. You broke that one
All right.
fucking early.
All right. I'm going to start over. Here we go. Go.
After that warning, we see Sunny laying on a pool table in a teddy with her titties just popping out. So I guess that's the closest you get to this, warning that you just got. We open up with Marty Jannetty versus Owen Hart. That too. Wait till the next one. Marty Jannetty versus Owen Hart wasn't that bad. It's a pretty fucking good match.
Marty could still go in 96.
Yeah. Owen wins on a reversal into a bridge pin.
He had 2 legs.
He had 2 legs at that time. It's a lot easier to do that shit. Todd Pettengill hypes up the Rumble. 30 minutes before the Rumble, first time ever, they're going to have a pre-show on the preview channel called Free For All.
The very first one.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool to hear that, and I was like, wow, and I remember it. I don't think we're gonna get to this. Oh no, I probably already talked about it. Never mind. For Royal Rumble 97, but
kayfabe, pal.
I like the free for all because it teased you enough to be like, God damn it, I'm gonna call.
Right.
I'm doing it. Yeah, I liked it. It was smart.
And they're doing a special stipulation here. Everybody's gonna pick the numbers during free for all. Well, I'm sure they didn't show everybody, but 2 people will draw blanks, and they will face each other on free for all. And whoever wins the match will come in at number 30. Whoever loses will come in at number 1.
And I remember right now, to this date, both participants.
I don't, so don't spoil it for me.
No, I won't. Hang on. I won't. 100% remember it, though. So it's that's cool. The Royal Rumble used to be, I feel like, a little more exciting, and now it's just like, let's just get down to the last 4 or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
let's see who actually.
Back
has
then,
a
I
chance.
liked it.
Yeah, no, it was. We were also younger too. You gotta factor that in too. It's hard to compare, right? But I did see something that's interesting because we always have very odd timing on this show. Is Dory Funk Jr. is in this Rumble.
Bro, wow, that's crazy.
There you go.
This is also, if I'm not mistaken, they have a couple other questionable people in this Rumble that were like, huh? Who? They did that quite often. 97 was a bad one. I feel like in 94 they threw in a couple of like Smoky Mountain people, and the crowd was, dude, you could have heard a fucking pin drop. People were like, who the fuck is this guy? And so I think 96 has a couple of those as well, but I do remember Dory Funk.
There you go. Doc Hendricks is in the back. He's waiting for Razor Ramon. He's on his way to the arena to confront Goldust. We get the Ringmasters debut on Raw with Ted DiBiase facing Matt Hardy. And
Dude.
It is fucking hilarious because he doesn't have long hair.
No. The most prepubescent Matt Hardy you could ever see.
Amazing.
He looked 16. Probably was. And yeah, man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Ringmaster. First man, that's a piece of trivia I bet most people don't know. His debut match was Matt Hardy.
On Raw, at least. At least on Raw.
At least televised debut.
There you go.
Well, hang on. Was he on? He may have wrestled
been on
Superstar.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why I said Monday Night Raw. But still, that's the one that's going to probably draw the most people, especially.
But that's still pretty big for Matt, for him and Matt Hardy.
100%. The best part is they cared so much about.
Brock Lesnar's first opponent was? Jeff Hardy.
So
Janelle Grant.
They cared so much about this match that as soon as the bell rang, they cut to a vignette of Sonny playing pool. Again, with the cleavage, with some Chris Isaac knockoff song playing.
Damn girl.
So, anyway, back to the match. Ringmaster, it's funny because
there was a match.
You see him, I know, right? You see, this horrible gimmick. But there was still a lot of Austin there. He used the Luthez press.
Yep.
He used Snake Eyes, where on somebody on a rebound off the ropes, you pick him up and you drop him face first, throat first on the ropes.
On the turnbuckle.
He ran that.
Yep.
And then he was using the $1 Million Dream as his finisher. That's what he gets the win.
It's cool seeing him. Got a little bit of a crew cut. Not totally bald yet.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was very weird, that style of hair. Yeah.
Barely any facial hair, really, either.
No. Yep. Clean cut. Clean cut.
Which is what we've seen in WCW. That's the Austin we knew. So,
yeah, and he had some.
That was Steve Williams.
He had like the, not even quite shoulder length hair, but
Oh, no,
he had some hair back in the day.
Hollywood Blondes, man. He had a kind of a pretty boy look for a little bit there, which is kind of crazy if you really think about it.
But that accent, you can't shake that accent. That's the best part. Bitch, you ain't from Hollywood.
Hey, baby, you want to have a sex with this piece of thing? Huh? Sorry, it was my... anyway.
We'll give it a pass. HBK vignette. Doc's still in the back waiting for Razor. Come back from break, we join the Smoking Guns versus the Spiders. The Guns retain. Any idea who the Spiders are?
Did you look into it?
I did.
I had no idea.
The Headbangers.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they are about,
a few months away from
about
being
a year and a half.
half.
They're about a year and a half and maybe some change. They may have been around in late 97. may have been, but I really feel like beginning of 98. But if anything, wow, they're a year and a half away from. So they're probably OVW guys that got brought in for this. No
Probably.
shit. That's cool.
There you go. We get our billionaire Ted's wrestling war room. He's billionaire Ted
Wrestling.
I bought.
You got to say it the right way.
I'll say it how I want. He says, I bought a network, I bought the World Series, and I even bought some classic movies, even made some of them into color. Why can't I buy the WWF? All we got are disloyal, greedy has-beens from the 80s. Go buy me some of those WWF generation superstars. And the tagline is, the WWF, it's not for sale.
But it is.
But it is. Goldust comes to the ring for an interview with Vince. Vince asks Goldust if he's playing on the homophobic fears of others. Goldust says, is that an extra mic in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Lawler's cackling the entire time. Goldust quotes Tootsie, 1982. And end of the promo, we cut to Doc Hendricks and says, Razor has just arrived at the arena. So we'll cut to break and we'll get you on the flip side. They come back from break. Razor walks in looking for Goldust. And we get.
What if he walked in faster while you were in commercial?
I know, exactly. He just fucking, they get the car warm up. Isaac Yankem versus Taker. I love this because it's Kane versus Taker.
Kane and Taker. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was just cool to watch. Taker's still in the Phantom of the Opera mask. Bearer still has the gold chain that used to be the urn. Lawler tries taking the chain for Bearer because if you may remember, Lawler's kind of been aligning with Dr. Isaac Yankem.
Yep.
Taker chases Lawler to the back. We cut to Doc Hendricks. Goldust is going to be facing Bret Hart next week, and then Taker wins. Doc Hendricks with Goldust again, asks about the match against Bret, and Razor comes in. It's a brawl. We cut away from that to get Sonny in a bubble bath, saying, we did it almost for an hour. Now that's raw. And you have gonorrhea.
I have a cool button that goes back 10 seconds. It only took 17 backs. Anyway, no, for real. Shit, I was going somewhere. Oh, I think no bullshit. It maybe was like 3-4 minutes into watching Taker and Isaac Yankem, and I go, oh, Kane and Taker. It took all the way to, I was like, Isaac Yankem, oh yeah, and I was trying to think, where has he been going through these last years here? He had the shit with Brad, and he's been with, dealing with Lawler, all that shit. So I was thinking about all that, and I go, oh my God, this is Glenn Jacobs. Jesus Christ. Like, it hit me like halfway through the match.
Yeah.
And it's astonishing how long it took me to find that. So, all right, man.
Well, we're not
what
done
did Nitro?
Yet. We're not done yet.
Oh.
Because we cut back to Goldust and Razor still brawling. Doc Hendricks is still with them.
Oh, that's right.
And it's great because Doc Hendricks just yells, oh shit, at some point, which was fucking great. And then they end up fighting outside in the snow, and Goldust drives away, but Razor threw something at his car or something. I forget what it was, but yeah, they made a big deal out of this one.
I don't know why, but I always like when you see people brawling outside, you're like, yeah, sure, you're in California, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I liked when WWE, if they were in Philly, they would do some shit outside. They did it in Rochester one time. I'll never forget. It was a SmackDown taping. DX in 2000 were heels, and they're looking at the Genesee River, and they go, is that a body floating in there? And I'm like, likely.
Obviously.
But they actually used to do a lot more outside shit.
Yeah.
And so I liked this one here, especially it being in the snow.
Mm-hmm. It worked out well. 1, 2 over the top either. It was just like two guys brawling around, and they fucking ended up outside.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I like it.
Perfect.
Nitro is in Miami. We open the show with Luger versus Macho.
I got to back up.
Back
up.
Boop, boop, boop.
We're seeing this and Goldust and Razor Ramon, this fight. This is Razor Ramon, Scott Hall's negotiation time, because they were set to carry this match into WrestleMania 12.
Yep.
They were set to carry these guys. and Piper had to get inserted to make it noteworthy, I guess, if you will.
It is noteworthy.
This is very crazy. Yeah, but I'm saying it's very crazy just knowing where Razor Ramon is at this exact point, and he's about to leave the company completely.
Mm-hmm. And craziness will ensue. So yeah, Nitro opens with Luger versus Macho. Luger dodges the elbow drop, racks Luger, Macho submits, Luger keeps the rack locked on for a few. It was a weird way to kind of start it, because it was like you're starting with at this time was a marquee matchup.
I was going to say, you started with a main event match. I'm like, what are you ending with?
But you didn't even do anything afterwards. It was just like, okay, I take that back. The whole thing was when Macho had the title, Luger's like, I've already beaten you 3 times. Yeah. This was the 4th time. So this was just to hype up that Luger has Macho's number and Macho can't beat Luger. So yes, they did accomplish something. It was just a little bit long-winded. Next, you get the Dungeon of Doom with Jimmy Hart and the Horsemen, and they are dragging Gene out to the ring. Dungeon of Doom and the Horsemen are supposed to be facing each other tonight. One-man gang is the U.S. champ. Must have happened on Saturday night. Arn Anderson says him and Sullivan had a meeting of the minds, and this match is a no-win. There's only survivors. No financial gain, putting the kibosh on it. And at the Clash, Taskmaster is going to let Flair borrow the Giant. Then the Taskmaster calls out Pillman, says this punk needs to learn respect. Pillman starts spouting off, and Arn Anderson just slaps him in the face.
Oh, my God. So it's going to that Clash.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to, I don't think we're going to necessarily cover it. I don't think they'll ever show it on Nitro. You know what I'm referring to?
Booker Man.
Or was that a pay-per-view?
I thought it was a Nitro.
No. It was either a Clash or a Nitro.
Yeah, maybe. I think you're right. It might have been Clash. If we didn't, then we already did, or it already happened, which obviously it didn't, because... Anyway.
Move on.
Arn Anderson slaps Pillman. Hogan is going to be wrestling a member of the Dungeon of Doom tonight. And then everybody leaves, and Bischoff says, I don't know what to make of all this. Neither do I. Next, we get...
Super Brawl 6.
There you go. Super Brawl. So that's what, February? March?
Yeah. So we shouldn't talk about it. It'll happen soon.
Yeah, we'll go
February.
past that. So, next we get Pubic Enema's debut.
I like that name.
And I'll say Public Enemy. They're facing the American Males. PE wins on a shitty roll-up, and then they stack the tables, and I think they put Bagwell through it. So, good for them on that one anyway.
Public Enemy? Public Enemy? What's a goddamn Public Enemy anyway? Can you name the movie?
No.
House Party. The father from Friday.
Friday, yes.
Yeah, listen to that. Public Enemy? Public Enema? What goddamn Public Enemy anyway? Public Enema. What the fuck you guys? Hey, baby. How you doing?
All right.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, whatever, man. I'm letting you roll, man. It's good. It's all good.
I roll.
So we already had Luger vs. Macho to open the show, and you would think when I tell you that Sting is going to be wrestling Ric Flair that would be the main event, but it's not. It's for the world title. Luger comes to the ring. This is actually a bit of a fucking famous spot here. Luger comes to the ring, grabs Jimmy Hart on the apron, and takes his megaphone away. As he does that, he kind of motions towards the corner where Stinger's delivering a Stinger splash to Flair. It just so happens that Luger held out the megaphone and Sting hit it, got knocked out. Flair locks on the figure 4 to retain. And then after the match, Luger goes after Flair. Then Hogan and Macho come in and Luger powders. Gene comes in the ring and says, hopefully now the sense got knocked into you, Sting. First, Luger kept you from getting in the ring, cost you the title, and he cost you the title again tonight. Macho tells Sting to wake up. And Sting does the worst, play dumb, he just woke up from being concussed by smashing into the megaphone. Tonight? Luger? You saying Luger did this? I'm going to go ask him. Hogan tells Macho, you got a problem. This is the fourth time Luger beat you. This should be my title shot. And that's pretty much it.
And that's Nitro.
It's not Nitro because, of course, that's not the fucking main event match. The main event match is Meng.
Hey, I only watched Raw this week. I'm not gonna lie.
Meng with Taskmaster versus Hogan. Taskmaster tries to give the spike to Meng. Macho comes to the ring to take out Sullivan. Hogan gets the spike, uses it. Hogan wins. Hooray!
That's the end of Nitro.
It is indeed. Good night, folks.
All right, let's do that top topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for...
The best there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will be. Hold 2, arm bar.
Sodas rule. Yeah, they do.
Hold 3, the moss-covered, 3-handle family gradunzel. It's me, Austin. Just when they think they got the answers, I change the questions. I did it for The Rock.
This week's top topic.
You know something mean, Gene? John Cena.
Wrestling's not fake.
The Rolex wearing what? Diamond ring wearing what? Kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing what? Limousine riding what? Jet flying what? Son of a gun, woo!
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
If you smell.
The following ranking order and final decisions are a completely bias-based order, based off The Professor and ODM made it. And as always, they like to let you know they have not worked in the business, but have been lifelong invested fans, much like you, our listeners. With not only their opinions involved, but with countless amount of hours of research done each week, they make sure to provide proper facts and history to back it up. However, they do know that your opinion may vary from theirs. If there is anything you want to chat about, bring to their attention. If there is something they missed or forgot, or you just want to let them know they are out of their freaking minds, feel free to shoot them a message on Facebook or Twitter, or email them at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com. As always, they do appreciate all feedback and continued support. At the end of the day, they want to make sure that you do see the best of the best before you die. And now, this week's top topic.
Card subject to change. Could literally be the weekly episode name of this show. But it's the name of the movie that we're talking about this week, and it happens to be wrestling related, and it's our top topic. So, ODM, this is your baby. This was what you brought to me, and you asked me twice if I had watched it. Yeah, especially how you wrote it. Hey, any chance you've ever seen this? Yeah, motherfucker. 3 days ago I said no.
Phone did something different. I showed you.
You're full of shit.
You're full
All
of
right.
shit.
Bring it up. Card subject to change.
Yeah, I want to say
on YouTube.
I want to say that. Well, that's the only reason I watched it. I think I was just doom scrolling one night on social media, and one of our many wrestling groups that we're part of, I had seen this, and I was like, I don't think I've ever heard of this one before. So I, typically, like, if a movie comes up or something, I'll Google it because it'll usually tell you where it's available. And it's like, this shit's on YouTube, bro. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So I popped it on.
If it's on YouTube or Tubi, oh, you are in for a fucking treat.
We're there. So
we're there.
So this is great because this is definitely the interesting thing about this was, if you look at the production value, it is low budget. But they got some big fucking names. I would say the production value was a little worse than Beyond the Mat.
Yeah, I agree.
A little bit. But, I mean, the whole point of this thing is it's talking about the indies. And we're not talking about the current day cool indies where you can fucking do cartwheels off a basketball hoop and stab somebody with a screwdriver. We're
talking like a town.
$25 a night, the bingo hall, maybe 20 people showed up. I mean, but the thing
where Tiger Queen generally wrestles.
Well, maybe not that bad, but yeah.
No. There's worse than that. Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, there's a lot of big names, and so I mean, you're seeing people that are way, way, way past their prime doing indie spots. And you're seeing people that just, they're just not signed to the WWE or Impact at that point. I think they recorded this like in the early 2000s, but it didn't release till much later, like 2010.
Yes.
But there was the recurring piece of this is there's some big names. I'm going to get to it in a second.
Okay.
But they're following this guy who was kind of like an indie darling. Like the crowd loved him. He was consistently booked. He had the look, and that's Trent Acid. That was his character's name, Trent Acid. And you can see, he's a guy that's kind of just, he ain't much to write about as a person, but in the ring, man, he had the look and, he did the thing and he didn't complain about winning or losing. He just showed up and did it for the love of the game. And
I watched a lot of his early.
So you're familiar with him.
Ring of Honor.
Okay, that's right. He was in Ring of Honor, yeah.
Right.
And there was some.
I know who Trent Acid is. And
Okay.
I know about. I'm not going to get. I'm not sure if this will spoil things, but I know about.
Well, I was just I'm gonna
where he is these days.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna get So I was gonna go right to it just to kind of. I hate to say get it out of the way, but he so they're doing the documentary and they're giving him some segments to be like, yeah, this is how I feel, this is what I'm doing. And it's like we lost contact with him. And then they go on and they start going back to like some of the more bigger names, and then they come back and they're like, we found him. He had apparently overdosed. And they, so he went to the hospital, he went to rehab, and he's like, all right, I'm doing better. And then he comes back to the indies. The same indie fed that, you've seen him in most of this. And I forget the guy, and I hate to say this, I forget the name of the promoter. I think it's Johnny Falco was the promoter of this indie fed that they were doing.
I think it may have been a lot of ICW days.
Yeah, it was something. I don't remember what it was, but Johnny Falco, I think, was the promoter. But so he comes back, and again he loses. That wasn't the problem. And then fucking they're like, nope, fucking OD'd again, died this time. So it was, so you had that as like the interweaving part of this documentary, following this guy kind of trying to make the dream come true and just had his own personal demons. So, those won in the end, unfortunately. But I mean, there's the fucking thing opens with Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah.
Kevin fucking Sullivan. How's that motherfucker allowed to walk the earth?
I just want to let you guys know what I did. I staged the whole thing. 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm Kelvin Sullivan. I'm just kidding. That's not how it went.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went. You got to get the director's cut for that one, though. But yeah, I mean, it's just him, and he's just so reserved and calm, and he's not, he's a big name in fucking wrestling lore, and he's here on the fucking indies, and he's not throwing his weight around. You know what I mean? He's just like, you want me to do this? Okay, cool.
And to be honest with you, he's always been a very soft-spoken kind of guy. Mm-hmm. But it's also
unless he's
like
framing
Jake
somebody
Roberts.
for murder.
You said it, I didn't. I hinted. But it's like Jake Roberts. You talk low enough, people listen. Right. Kevin Sullivan had that. He didn't need to yell, and you'll listen to everything he has to say.
Yeah. So that's one of the first ones. I'm kind of just going to bounce around here because some of these were short. It's really interesting because they talk to some of the older people that aren't wrestling anymore, maybe involved in wrestling to some extent. But it was funny because you almost felt like they just rented out a hotel room and they're like, all right, you win first. All right, you next. Because there's a run of interviews where it was just the same background, the same chair, the same spot, right? So it was just interesting. But Rhett Titus. Another guy,
no longer Rat Titus.
Well, yes, obviously.
Do you know? Okay, do you know what I'm referring to?
I don't think I do.
Oh, Rhett is no longer a male.
Oh, this one. Okay, I remember we talked about this a while back when it happened.
This one.
Okay, well,
Oh, this one.
Hey,
right,
it's non-gender specific. Can't hate on me for that one.
That was a good one. All right. Okay, move on, please.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Who kind of, I think, just openly talked about taking steroids.
Yeah, no problem.
Because there was another guy, I don't remember who it was. 'Cause see, you probably know a lot of these people, but there was a couple guys, Eric Corvus or BG James. One of them was talking about how he was like, yeah, dude, I take steroids. They showed him taking them. He's like, fuck yeah, dude, look at me. I got to fucking take steroids. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was interesting. Lacey Von Erich, the son of, why am I spacing?
Not Carrie.
No, the Texas Tornado, yeah.
Yeah, it is Carrie.
It was Carrie's daughter, yeah. Who looked like she could do some stuff. Yeah, exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, she was on the TNA roster for a little bit, right?
Yeah, for like a cup of coffee, and they were like, "Oh,
you're terrible.
No, you can't wrestle. Never mind. My bad. I'm sorry. We don't need you anymore. Thanks for stopping by."
One of my favorite parts was they had a Necro Butcher like for 30 to 60 seconds, and wearing his glasses like in a boiler room, just being like, "Yeah, man, if I get paid to fucking get the shit kicked out of me, yeah, gotta be good at something." It was just like one of those things.
It is weird to see him out of character. There's a lot of people I can look at and go, all right, I understand. All right, I get it. But when you see him, you're like, you look like you're the guy that comes down to fix my computer.
Yeah, pretty much. Or your fucking furnace.
Or my podcast host.
That's terrible.
That was a good one.
That
was fucking good. You're welcome.
They had a quick interview with Terry Funk. Cornette was one of the ones in the hotel room. Dr. Tom Pritchard was one of the ones in the hotel room. We see an indie match with Billy Kidman, and you actually see Kidman run down the match with whoever he's working with prior to them going out there. One of the things that got me on this one of my favorite ones, let me go to this first, was Billy Gunn. So Billy Gunn was there, and he was actually working a tag match with Kevin Sullivan.
Yep.
And this one indie guy's complaining. He's like, dude, you fucking throw potatoes all the time or something. And they're kind of like, because Billy Gunn goes, I expected you not to get it the first 3 times, and now we're on time 5. Like, he's like, I'm trying to explain to you how this fucking match is going to go, and I figured you wouldn't get it the first couple times, but now it's the 6th time I'm telling you how to do this, and you still don't fucking get it. So they're jabbing each other back and forth, and at the end, Billy Gunn goes, but you're still watching my shit, aren't you? Like, he just shut him down. It was fucking great.
Yo, if I was working with a talent like that, and he's like, I expected you to miss it the first 2, running the 5th time, whatever, be like, does anybody else want to work with Billy tonight? I think I'm too dumb to work with him. I quit. I'm done. I quit. So you don't want to be dressed down from someone. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, especially like that. That's no. It was embarrassing for to watch that guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because he had no fucking recourse. Kamala was in it.
Oh yeah.
Percy Pringle was his manager, which was weird because that was originally his manager when he had first started. Yep. Dude, I'm trying to remember if anybody else, but I mean, it was part of it was sad, right?
Yeah.
You know, just seeing some of these people, but you know, one of the most famous things was, and it's weird because, you know, some of this didn't have context. It was just, here's Dr. Tom Pritchard talking for a few seconds. Here's Jim Cornette talking for a few seconds, right?
Yeah. It was kind of all over the place. Like, they had a storyline that they were trying to stick to.
The Trent Acid
but it
thing
was kind of all
closest.
over the place.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the only thing that kept a solid storyline throughout the show. Everything else was just like left, right. Here's what I deal with. Here's what I deal with, and then nothing ever like segued properly.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it still kept. But here's the thing. It kept your attention, right? Because they had big enough names. You're like, oh, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Listen, watching Kevin Sullivan wrestle on the Indies in the early 2000s, that was a bit depressing. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was a bit depressing. But to me, one of the fucked up things was, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, that's weird. Because what they would do is they would show people like on the Indies, you know, not at the promotion they were following, but they showed Sherry Martel. And they had
because they don't have the rights
to the WWE stuff. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So they show Sherry Martel. They interview her, and that's her last interview.
I know.
She died like a week later or some shit like that.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, her death was fucking overshadowed.
It was.
Because of the Benoit situation. Like, she died, I think, day before that pay-per-view or whatever it was.
Right.
She died right in the middle of all that and the McMahon limo explosion. She was completely overshadowed, and she got into the Hall of Fame. She actually got to give a speech. That makes me happy that she was actually able to be alive for that. But it actually bugged the fuck out of me, the very little recognition that she got. So to see her in this and finding out that was her last interview, I was like, oh shit. I loved Sherry. She was my first favorite female heel that I ever liked.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely the most memorable.
Because I was a Macho Man fan. If I was going to like a heel, I loved Macho Man. King and Queen Sherry and Macho Man, I fucking love them together. It was the shit.
100%. And it gave birth to the Liz returning to Macho, even though they were divorced in real life at that point.
But still, you can't tell me that doesn't tug at a heartstring.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, do I jerk off to that scene. All right.
Thanks for fucking ruining it.
I was kidding. I was talking about the part earlier where Sherry starts beating Macho. I was like, there we go. Yeah, beat his ass. All right.
We probably should wrap this up. I don't really have much more to say about this documentary. It's on YouTube. If you're bored, I'd say check it out. It is a bit depressing, but the Billy Gunn part's great. The Trent Acid story is a bit, it's dark side of the ring. Should have been about as long as Renegades.
To be honest with you, though, when you're talking about like depressing, what do you think this business is, man? Like, not everybody walks out a Rock, Stone Cold, Hogan, Cena. Not everybody walks out that way. That's my fucking point. You know what I mean? And I'm not even making jokes at the people who like are like an Owen thing, but I'm saying like, at what expense for Benoit and his brain? At what expense for the drugs that Eddie was doing that killed his heart down the road? Fucking Boss Man, Perfect, Rude, all the guys dying,
Pillman.
And Pillman. So it is fucking sad. And to be honest with you, yes, while it is sad, it's true and real. And that's what I dig about the rawness of this movie, is because, look, man, Trent Acid could have probably, if he made his way to a decent spot in TNA, in those years. I don't think he would have made it to WWE at the time. It was the early mid 2000s, but we won't know.
Yeah, he could. I mean, he had potential. He had. It looked like he had it, but
no, but again, it's sad, but it's real. It's kind of like watching Beyond the Mat, man. We saw the same exact kind of shit, how real it is. Except this is way, way more indie focused.
Yeah. 100%.
But not everybody makes it to the big show, so it makes a major difference.
It's where you're born or where you die.
I'm going to do both, probably in the same place. In your mom. Anyway, that joke didn't land properly.
We should end this.
I'm trying to, man. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to find a transition. Do you got a better one?
We should end this.
I think it's a runner-up for a title name. Yeah. Anyway, next week we are going to be back. Of course, we got wrestling results. No pay-per-views coming up this weekend.
Thank God.
Thank you. And except we will have the Royal Rumble that we'll be talking about and the Monday Night Wars next week from 1996. One of my favorite openings with Sonny in a bathtub. Just want to bring that one up. And next week, our movie, music, or TV show of the week. It's technically talking about two bands, but really we're talking about one man. We're talking Nirvana. We're talking Foo Fighters. We're going to talk about Dave Grohl. Lot of speculation. Did he not kill Kurt Cobain? I don't know. I wasn't there. I know that Cobain said he didn't have a gun. He swore it. So we'll be talking about that next week. I'm the professor. He's ODM. He's irritated with me, so he's going to give you his final thoughts of the week.
Thanks, Professor.
You're welcome, sir.
You know, it is kind of funny because, you know, you look at Wasting Light. That's one of my favorite Foo Fighters albums. But when you start trying to correlate you played a few of those songs when you were in that tribute band.
Wasting Light. Would that have been, is that Hero?
No. Rope.
Oh, Rope. And then, what was the other one? Shit. I know, yeah. Rope's a good one.
It's just funny because you could probably argue that, you know, he thought that that's what he was going to use at first. And then he has the song that he wrote about Cobain called I Should Have Known, which is kind of funny because it's probably what Cobain said when fucking Grohl killed him.
And then he got famous and he's like, big me to talk about. And then he said, I'll stick around, but he couldn't because he was already dead.
Yeah, but he was hiding out in the watershed.
But he was his hero.
End it.
And now he's learned to walk again.
End it.
The Top of Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by The Top of Wrestling Podcast. Your hosts are the Professor Mark Fantasia and ODM, the Doc Joe Rizzo. Feel free to reach out to the show by email at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com, on their Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. You can listen to the show on most popular platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, and YouTube. Without your continued support, it would be just some guys talking wrestling, which is pretty much what it is anyway. Good night, folks.
Nice. A DeLorean. Looks like the one that they use in the model thing, actually. Yo, I got to be honest with you. I just recently watched it, and I've seen it before, but Crispin Glover acting weird
fantastic.
as fuck on Letterman.
He's a weird dude.
No, but on Letterman, where he starts doing like karate kicks and shit, like he's weird as fuck, man.
Yeah, he's a really weird dude. Yeah.
He basically played himself in a movie called At Close Range with both Penn brothers, Sean and Christopher Penn.
Okay.
Their father is Christopher Walken, and Crispin Glover is one of their friends. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, just be you. We got you.
I think he's
read the words.
I think he's a really smart dude. I want to say he's like a mathematician or some shit like that. I think he's like
probably has
smart.
Asperger's, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think you're wrong.
No, and I don't mean that in any negative way at all either. I'm saying like
got a touch of the
probably
tism.
what it is. Oh yeah, no, he was touched. All right, we can stop here in 3, 2, 1.